Hi, myself Vaishnavi, Assistant Professor in the Department of Information Technology from SNS College of Engineering. Consider a situation. Consider a situation you and your friend have identical things. For example, let's say same shoes with similar color and number. So every time it can get confusing while identifying which shoes belongs to whom. Eventually you will get to know, but there will be a confusion and sometimes you might exchange the shoes. Similar situation can occur with the data in database. If there is redundant data, that means if there is similar data, we can face some issues. The solution to this problem is normalization. So we will learn about the normalization and the anomalies: insertion anomaly, deletion anomaly, updation anomaly. Now let us see its definition. Normalization is the process of removing or minimizing redundancy from a table. It is quite easy to understand in the table. So if we have duplicate or redundant data, it may cause some anomalies or problems. It can affect insertion or updation or deletion of data, and these problems can damage the whole database. To get rid of these problems, normalization process is used. Normalization tries to remove or reduce the redundancy of data. So let's try to understand the redundancy in database with an example. First, let us understand about the redundancy and its consequences. Consider the following table. In this particular employee table, we have columns like employee name, department name, and salary. When you look closely, you will see that second and fourth of the table are identical or similar. There can be two Michael working in the different departments, both having 80,000 salary. If you want to change the salary value of row 2, this will be update query. Update employee salary equal to 2000, where employee name equals to Michael. But as row 2 and 4 have identical values, both row will be updated. So the salary value of row, which is now 20,000, is the wrong value. This can affect the database. These kind of problems and anomalies arise when there are redundancy in table. Majorly, there are three problems that arise due to redundancy in database. First one is insertion anomaly. Second, in addition to that, it is deletion anomaly, and furthermore, updation anomaly. So let us consider an example: an employee table in which we have a employee ID, name, age, department ID, department name, department head, and department phone. And employee ID is a primary key. Let us say we have two records. ID is 1, name is ABC, age 34, department ID is 7, department name is design, department head is PQR, and phone is 123. Employee is also working in same department. He is having ID 2, name MNO, age is 27, department ID 7, department name is design, department head is PQR, and phone 123. So this is our table. So you can see there is a redundant data in our table. Now we will see how the insertion anomaly can occur in this. Now first understand that we are storing employee details and department details in same table. Now let us consider a situation. Let's say new department is introduced in the company, but the employee recruitment is yet to be done. So we just have department ID, department name, department head, and department phone. But we cannot just insert this much information in the table. We need to put some value in other remaining columns, and as the employee ID is primary key, it cannot kept null. So to insert details about new department, we first need to recruit employees in that department. Unless we have employees in that department, we cannot insert department data. So this is what is an insertion anomaly. So now let us see about the deletion anomaly. We will consider a previous table of employee. In this employee table, there are two employees of design department and there is one employee of production department. As we saw before, that this table contains data of two tables. One is employee and another one is department. Due to this, we get redundant or duplicate data in our table. Let's say that the employee XYZ of production department decides to leave his job. Now, as he will not be an employee of the company, we need to delete him from the database. So we apply the delete query and we delete that particular column which contains data of X and Y, Z. But after we delete the data of employee XYZ, we have no information left about the production department. When we deleted the employee data, as he was the only employee in production department, the department details like department ID, department name, department head, department phone also get deleted. And this is said to be the deletion anomaly. And now let us see about the updation anomaly. Let us consider the same table, employee, which contains information of employee and department. This time we have data of 6 employees, 2 employees of design department, 2 employees of production department, 2 employees of R&D department. Now consider the situation if department head of R&D department is changed. Let us say MST is a new department head. We need to do this updation to every row of employee who works in R&D department. In this example, we need to update 2 rows now, as the table we consider for example is very small. So we can easily identify which rows need to updation. But when it comes to real situation, company has tons of records. In that situation, this task can become a burden. And if any record does not get updated, it can cause inconsistency in database. For example, let us say here the value gets updated to MST, but in the record the value does not get updated. This will cause inconsistency. So head of R&D department will have 2 different values, which definitely will give rise to many problems. And this is what is updation anomaly. So these problems or anomalies arise due to redundant data. Let us see how normalization can be used in this table. So solution to this problem is that we can simply divide this one table into 2 different tables, one separate table of employee and other separate table of department. We will add department ID as a foreign key in the employee table. Now let us check if we face the anomalies. Insertion anomaly. So first we was insertion anomaly. Now if a department is added to company and if it does not have any employee, there is no problem in that, because we can now add department data separately, and whenever employees are appointed, their data can be added separately to the employee table. And next comes the deletion anomaly. Now if an employee leaves the company, we can delete that employee's data from the database without deleting department data. And last, we face the updation anomaly. If the department head of some department gets updated, as both tables are linked using department ID, we just need to update a single row in a department table, and this will do the job. This is one example of how normalization can be used to remove anomalies from database.